Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Daria if you're new to my channel, and today's practice is called Go with the Flow. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and the monthly theme here on my channel, as you might know, is movement for mental health. This practice is all about going with the flow of whatever we're feeling. Often when we're experiencing something that might be uncomfortable or challenging to feel, we'll impose an added layer of discomfort onto that feeling by resisting it or by feeling guilty or shameful that we're having that experience in the first place. So this class is about removing that added layer of discomfort and flowing with what we're feeling, moving through it rather than creating a boundary or a barrier that blocks that flow. So all that you'll need for this class is yourself and some place to move. And whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get started in a seat. So find your way to Sukhasana with the sitting bones rooted, the knees opening wide. You can bring the palms up or down on your thighs and then softly close your eyes. Relax your shoulders away from your ears to create more space through the sides of your neck. And begin to just settle down. Feel the weight of your pelvis anchoring to the earth beneath you. And then feel a lengthening through your spine, lifting all the way past the very top of your skull. And begin to go inside. So gradually, take your awareness from any external circumstances, anything that's happened in your day so far, and move your awareness inside of your body. You can imagine it like a liquid or like a paint that's coating the physical body from the crown of your head, down your spine, down your arms and your legs, until eventually you can feel everything from the inside out. See how thoroughly you can feel your body right now. And then begin to feel your breath traveling through any physical sensations that you're experiencing. Notice the full range of your sensations. So there may be some that are warm, some that are cold, some that feel intense, others softer, more subtle. There might be spaces of tension and spaces of openness. Whatever you notice, just take it all in without judging, without trying to fix. Now gradually begin to deepen your breath so that when you inhale, it flows all the way through the tops of your lungs. And when you exhale, you breathe all the way out to the bottom. Let your torso be like a container for the breath so that you can fill all the way up. And let everything out. Take an open mouth exhale or a sigh if you need one, just to clear. So breathe in first through your nose. Breathe out through the mouth, soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. And then begin to find Ujjayi breath, creating waves through the sound of the breath. Waves through the body, this ebb and flow that carries us through the practice. Blink your eyes open. Let's take the hands to the fronts of the knees. As you breathe in, stick your butt back, stretch through your spine, reach your heart forward, draw your shoulder blades together, and then lift your gaze toward the sky. As you exhale, we'll round in, get hollow in the belly, curl the belly button toward the spine, pull on the fronts of your shins to create more space in the back body. Again, breathe in, lift your heart, reach your tailbone back behind you and lift your gaze toward the sky. As you exhale, round in, hollow the belly, pull on the shins. One more time here. Inhale, lift up, hug your heart with your shoulder blades. And exhale, round in. Roll over the shins. We'll come to our hands and knees. And let's take a few rounds of cat-cows here on hands and knees. So plug your palms down into the earth. Then as you inhale, pull your hands back towards your thighs as you begin to create arcs through your spine. Lift the tip of your tailbone and then stretch the base of your heart forward to the top of your mat. Reach your eyes up. As you exhale, draw the inner thighs toward each other. Get hollow in your front body to expand the back body. See how much space you can create between all your vertebrae as you puff the back of your heart to the sky. Again, inhale, stretch forward, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And exhale, swallow in through the front body to expand the back body. One more here, inhale. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Let's tuck the toes behind, press down and forward into your palms, and take a really slow, gradual transition back to downward facing dog. Try to really sensitively feel every part of that transition back. And then take a few moments to play into this foundation. Pedal the feet. Activate your arms. Feel as though your hands are pulling a little bit toward each other, and then spin the biceps toward the front of your mat, and the triceps, let them wrap toward the back of your mat. Create more space between your shoulders, really broad back line of the shoulders here. Expand from the base of your neck through the top of your skull by stretching the crown of your head forward toward your thumbs. And then let your heels be magnetized toward the earth behind you. It's okay if they're not touching the mat. You can keep a micro bend in your knees. And then let's spread all the toes wider. Pull up through the arches of your feet and press your heart back toward your thighs. Now infuse all of these activations with breath. Notice if you start to experience any discomfort in the sensations, and holding downward facing dog for a few more breaths. And imagine yourself just riding these waves of discomfort. So it's like you're just surfing right at the top, rather than getting sucked under or drowning inside of the ebb and the flow of the swells. Big inhale through your nose here. Exhale, press more firmly into hands and feet. Press them down and away from each other. Breathe in, look forward to the top of your mat. As you breathe out, we'll travel forward, toes behind the wrists, and take a few breaths to hang, Ragdoll fold. Drape your torso over your thighs. You can reach for opposite elbows or interlace your hands at the back of your head and gently pull your head down toward your toes. Feel a waterfall effect through your spine so that it can fully surrender effortlessly forward toward the earth. Give in to gravity. And play with shifting your weight on your feet. You can rock more forward into the toes, rock back into the heels, and go left and right, side to side too. And then drop your fingertips down to the mat. We'll bring the feet together to touch. And let's roll up to stand, one vertebra at a time. Stack your spine, hollow your core. Finally, at the top, the head is the very last thing to lift. Take an inhale, sweep your arms out wide, and then lift your gaze up towards your thumbs as the palms meet. As you exhale, big dive down, forward fold, extend out through your spine as you go. Root your fingertips, breathe in, halfway lift, pull up through your thighs, then stretch back through the core of your pelvis, reach forward from the crown of your head. As you exhale, plant your palms, step back, plank pose. Claw down through your fingertips and feel all four corners of both palms deeply rooting. Draw the front body to the back body, firm your thighs, and let's float and hover here.
Imagine that you're like suspended, like the air is made of something that holds you up. Press the back of your heart higher to the sky. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lowered chaturanga, elbows hug into the rib cage. We come down halfway. From here, untuck your toes. We'll press to upward facing dog, or maybe cobra if you'd like to start there. And exhale, glide the hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Full, steady, sweet, smooth, in and out through your nose. Is there anywhere that the breath is getting blocked, that the flow of the breath becomes stuck, where you can iron out that kink? Okay, we'll go 3 more rounds through this Sun A. We're gonna link breath and movement now. Breathe in, gaze forward, lift your heels. As you exhale, bend your knees deeply and step or float to the top of the mat, finding a fold. Breathe in, halfway lift to extend the spine, and then breathe out, bow down, chest toward your thighs. Inhale, root your feet, sweep the fingertips wide, rise up to stand. As you exhale, palms meet at your heart center. Again, inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, press your toenails to the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog, belly button hug, spine, lift the hips high. 3 breaths. Shake your head no. And nod your head yes. Soften the back of the neck. Breathe in, lift your heels, bend your knees. At the bottom of your exhale, step or float, toes to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, root down, rise high. Exhale, palms to prayer, heart center. Inhale, float your fingertips up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch your spine. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Pull your hands back, open your heart. Breathe out, downward facing dog. In through the nose, out through the nose. Feel free to continue playing in your downward facing dog. There's no need for the posture to be totally static, so you can feel breath moving through your spine. Maybe you continue pedaling the feet, opening the hamstrings and the backs of your legs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, root your feet, fingertips float, gaze up. Exhale, palms to prayer, heart center. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, grow long. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, arc your heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One more round here. Inhale, look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Exhale, step or float, top of the mat, find a fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Weight the heels, bend the knees deeply. Then reach your fingertips all the way up toward the sky. Sit your hips low as you hug the belly button toward the spine, and then create length through your heart, sort of like you're pulling in through the waistlines and then lifting the heart higher. Soften the shoulders down your back and broaden them. Spin your pinky fingers toward the front of the room. Breathe in. As you breathe out, stick your butt back, stay low in your chair, cactus your elbows, and reach your heart toward the sky. Inhale here.
And then exhale, round in. Swallow your core to your back body. Reach your fingertips forward to the top of your mat. Again, inhale, lift the fingertips, then cactus the elbows as you stick your butt back. And exhale, draw in, swallow the core, fingertips forward. One more time, inhale, lift up, create the curves in your spine, stay low in your chair. Exhale, round. Inhale, press down, rise up to stand. And exhale, dive down, forward fold. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, palms plant, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged down dog. As you exhale, step right foot forward to the top of your mat. Draw your back heel down, turning the toes out. And as you inhale, we'll rise up to warrior one. Stay and breathe here. Square your hips to the top of the mat. Soften your shoulders, soften your face. Breathe into all of the sensations. Breathe through what's uncomfortable, what is comfortable. And then stretch the tips of your fingers higher to the sky. One more breath. As you exhale, circle your palms back down to the mat. Plant them, and we'll step the right foot back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged down dog. As you exhale, left foot travels forward to the top of your mat. Stay hollow in your core through this transition. Come onto fingertips, turn the back toes out, root your heel. Breathe in, fingertips rise. Warrior one. Breathe out, sink deeper into your foundation. Lift your very low belly up towards your sternum to create more length in the front and back bodies, taking pressure off of the low back. Fingertips reach a little higher, one more breath. Exhale, palms down to the mat, plant them, step back, lower, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. One more time, breathe in, stretch through your full spine. Breathe out, float your heels a little closer towards your mat. As you inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top, finding a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose, sink low and back, reach your arms high. Then cactus your elbows as you stick your butt back. And exhale, swallow in, round your spine. Inhale, open it up, heart stretches forward, tailbone stretches back. Exhale, curl. One more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, root your feet, rise all the way up to stand, long spine. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and reach your right leg high. Breathe out, step right foot forward to the top of your mat. Drop your back heel. Inhale, warrior one, reach toward the sky. Exhale, palms circle down to the mat, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, warrior one, right heel roots, left heel presses down and forward. Exhale, palms down, plant them, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. 2 rounds of breath here. Take what you need. If you need a sigh, an open mouth exhale, go for it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top, fold. Inhale, halfway lift.
Exhale and fold chest to thighs, crown of head to toes. Inhale, chair, weight the heels, reach the fingertips high, then arc your spine, lift your heart. Exhale, draw belly button to spine round in, fingertips forward. Inhale, stay low as you arc like a cow shape. Exhale like a cat shape, fingertips forward. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, wave through your spine as you rise up to stand like your vertebrae are made of liquid. And exhale, we'll dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, elongate. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your right toes high. Exhale, right foot, right thumb, back heel lowers. Breathe in, warrior one. Reach up, lengthen your side waistlines. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step back, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, soft step forward. Both feet evenly rooted, back heel is down, rise, warrior one. And exhale, palms to the earth, step back, flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth, big release. Inhale, feel your hands and your feet rooting, feel your tailbone lengthening. As you exhale, feel broadening between your shoulders. Inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky, three-legged down dog. As you exhale, softly transition forward, right foot, right thumb. This time we'll sink the back knee to the earth. As you inhale, fingertips rise all the way up overhead. As you exhale, interlace your fingers except for the index finger and the thumb. You can release those, then pull your feet together and begin to press your pelvis forward, but without shifting into the low back. So we're staying nice and lifted through the front body, the core is active, and the shoulders stay soft. You can untuck the back toes, press the toenails down, and then go for just a little back bend here. Good, rise all the way back up. Sprinkle your fingertips down to the mat. We'll bring both hands inside the right foot. Pick up your back knee and then spin to Skandasana, long edge of the mat. Right knee bends deeply. The left heel presses down. Palms to prayer at heart center. Take a breath in, stretch your heart toward your thumbs. As you breathe out, just stay, settle down. You can close your eyes. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath. On your next inhalation, we'll launch forward into the back foot, the left foot. Open the arms wide and find warrior two in the legs. Knife edge of right foot digs down. The pelvis sinks. Broaden from left fingertips to right fingertips. Expand your wings. Steady, smooth breaths. Try to feel the breath lifting through your torso and then washing back down the central column of your spine. One more inhale here. Stay for your exhale. Let's sink a little bit lower. Breathe into the front left thigh. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in the left knee. Right or left fingertips stretch all the way up and over. Stay lengthened in both sides of your waist. Plug the left shoulder into your body and then stretch out through the fingertips. Inhale. As you exhale, we'll cartwheel all the way down. Palms inside of the left foot. Crawl your foot wider and then drop your back knee. Breathe in to stretch your heart forward. Breathe out, lower down to your elbows, or you can bring the elbows or the forearms to blocks, or just have your arms bent. Try to find where you can feel a sweet opening sensation into the left hip, as well as the front of the right hip. Try to relax the head, the neck, the jaw, the face. One more breath here, big inhale. As you exhale, imagine your hips are melting like candle wax and your breath is the flame that warms and releases. Re-anchor your palms to the mat, tuck your back toes, lift your hips high and step or glide the left foot all the way back to downward facing dog. Let's wave through the spine here. Breathe in, lift your heels, wash forward, high plank. As you exhale, bend the knees and the elbows a little and glide back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left toes reach for the sky, three-legged down dog. As you exhale, softly step forward. Left foot to left thumb and then lower your back knee to the mat. Breathe in, reach your fingertips up high. As you breathe out, interlace the fingers. We'll release the index and thumbs. And then soften your pelvis down and forward as you continue elongating up through the sky. So it's almost as though your tailbone is being dragged to the earth while your fingertips are being pulled, lifted up toward the sky. So the spine stays super long. Then, with the spine long, maybe begin to glide a little bit back. Good, rise all the way back up. We'll root the palms down inside of the left foot. Tuck your back toes, breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, pivot on your feet. Turn the left toes in and the right toes flip up to the sky. Come to your heel. Sink, Skandasana. Palms meet at heart center. A couple of steady breaths here. Imagine that your left heel and your right heel are being pulled together. And this will help you to stabilize and to stay active in the stretch. Next, inhale, launch forward, warrior two, front foot roots down and then the back. Align your feet as you stretch your arms out to the sides. Gaze forward over the right fingertips. Allow the gaze to soften. Press your feet down, pull them a little bit toward each other. And find the breath. Find your focus. Find the flow even through the intensity. One more inhale here. As you exhale, sit deeper. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm down. Right arm reaches all the way up and back. Big side body stretch, expand more space between all of your ribs. As you exhale, circle both palms down to the inside of the right foot. You can crawl the foot a bit wider if needed, and then sink your back knee to the earth. Breathe in, elongate your spine, stretch your heart forward. Breathe out and bring the forearms to blocks, to the mat, or maybe you stay up on the palms or with the elbows slightly bent. Hug the right knee toward the right shoulder. And shift the outer right hip just a little bit back. Your left hip comes forward, staying square. Now, where can you relax? What can you let go? What's active right now that doesn't need to be? Press back down, rise up to your palms, tuck your back toes, breathe in to prepare, shift the hips back. Breathe out, press down, step or float the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, come to the very, very balls of your feet. Let's round forward, high plank. And exhale, just ride your breath back, find the flow, downward facing dog. Drop your knees to the mat, take them wide, bring your toes to touch, and then we'll walk it all the way out into child's pose. Fingertips forward to the top of your mat. You can relax the forehead or maybe the heart and the chin all the way to the earth. Now get heavy here.
Feel the weight of gravity pulling you down. Close your eyes if they're not already. Spread the palms of your hands to the earth beneath you. Continue broadening between your shoulders and breathe laterally into your low back, spreading breath through your hip creases, allowing the hips to melt closer toward the heels. And just start to notice how you're feeling. Any effects that this movement and this breath, this internal awareness has had on you from when we began the practice. Press into your palms. Let's walk the hands all the way back toward the knees, and we'll shift to a seat. We'll swing the right shin forward to the top of the mat. It can align anywhere between 45 and 90 degrees. We'll create a stag leg shape, and then the left knee extends straight out from the hip. The foot goes back. Knife edge of right foot anchors, inner edge of left foot anchors. Now here, breathe, elongate your spine. And as you exhale, you can start to fold forward any amount. It might be a really gradual, slow transition. Try not to rush anything. And then as you encounter any discomfort, any resistance, any tightness, try to remove any layers of judgment around that sensation and just let it be exactly as it is. And when we're able to relax into what we're feeling and allow it to flow with the breath, flow through what we're feeling, often we'll notice deeper opening and ultimately a greater release. Two more rounds of breath here. Press into the forearms, come back to the fingertips, walk yourself in and up. And then we'll spin to face toward the long edge of your mat. Root your heels. You can flex your toes, spin them wide, palms behind you, and just drive your knees out to the side a couple of times. And then we'll spin to the other side so the left shin is forward and the right leg comes out from your pelvis. Sit up nice and tall. Knife edge of the left foot digs down. Inner edge of right foot. Try to keep your feet flexing. And then on your exhale, you can begin to fold in, travel down. If you're feeling quite a lot of intensity, you can lessen the degree of the angle of the shins. Maybe pulling the left heel in a bit closer to your body so that you can feel some different sensations. So feel free to explore and play. Notice how this side is different from the one before it. And allow for the experience of the left side to anchor you in the present moment. Let go of any expectations of what this should feel like or should be like. Just breathe. Last inhale here, let it be so deep and full. And a big exhale. Press down, rise all the way back up. This time, let's spin the feet forward to the top of the mat, and we'll windshield wiper the knees from side to side a couple of times, swaying left and right.
And then root your feet down, bring them about under your knees. The fingers here can spin either forward towards your pelvis or back. We're gonna press up into a reverse tabletop to open the shoulders. So breathe in. As you breathe out, root into hands and the feet. Lift your hips high to the sky. Open up the front body and maybe drop your head back if that feels okay. You can sway gently forward and back. Breathe into the shoulders. Lift the hips just a bit higher. And as you exhale, release, lower down. Walk your feet a little forward, reach your fingertips to the top of the mat, and then roll all the way down to lie on your back. Let's go nice and slow. 5, 4, hug belly button to spine. 3, 2, and release. Shavasana. Stretch the arms and the legs wide. The toes go forward to the corners of your mat. Let them fall open. And then open your palms to the sky. Open your heart to the sky. Close your eyes. Let's take an inhale all together through the nose. Sigh out of your mouth to release any other congestion or holding. And let yourself just rest here, cradled by the earth beneath you, allowing every muscle in your body to totally relax, allowing your mind to let go, and taking deep rest. Stay here even longer if you have time, or begin to gradually bring movement back to your extremities. Wake up the fingers, wake up the toes, and then stretch your arms all the way back behind you. Reach past the edges of your fingertips. Reach your legs and your toes forward and grow really long in 2 directions. Inhale. Exhale, fetal pose. Draw your knees in towards your chest and roll to a side. Drop your head to your bicep. And then press into your hands. Come up to Sukhasana once again. Try to keep your eyes closed if it's comfortable through this transition. Drop your knees to the earth. Let your sitting bones find deep rooting. Lift up through your spine. Let's take an easy breath in through the nose. And one last cleansing exhale out of your mouth. Draw your palms to meet at heart center, and as you do so, acknowledge yourself for taking time today to practice flowing with what you're feeling. Acknowledge yourself for noticing any filters or layers or stories that you've imposed onto the feeling, for letting those go and allowing your experience to be raw. Then lift your thumbs up to your third eye and bow forward. Namaste.
Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that this class was a nice reminder for you to acknowledge what you're feeling and to try to release any added stuff around the feeling itself and just go in and explore even if it's uncomfortable. This is definitely a practice, so we'll continue to focus on this both on and off the mats, but I hope that you're doing really well wherever you are. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, you can do that down below. That really supports me. And I will see you very soon in another class. Bye.